Hello, I'm Kerry Harrison. I am the co-founder of a creative tech agency in Bristol called TinyGiant. We create a whole range of experiences using AR, AI and emerging tech. As we make AR lenses like this one at TinyGiant, I thought I would tell you a bit about my background using a range of lenses. Started out my career as a graduate trainee copywriter in an advertising agency and worked in advertising then for 18 years. I was a creative in teams. I came up with ideas for a range of advertising campaigns, and by the end I was also managing teams of creatives, which was really great fun. After 18 years in advertising, I got really interested in technology and how it was impacting the marketing industry. And so 2 years ago, I set up TinyGiant. TinyGiant is an agency where we use AI and AR, emerging tech, to make marketing more exciting and effective and a bit more engaging for people. We've created a range of campaigns, including an AR lens and filter for the BBC to promote their Save Our Summer show with Peter Crouch. We turned Peter Crouch into a social distancing tool and also a big cardboard cutout that you could take your selfie with. We've also created AI gin, the world's first AI gin called Monka's Gargle. So AI was used to name it and to come up with a recipe. And we've also created AI cocktails and an AI curator for the Cheltenham Science Festival, which came up with lots of talk suggestions, one of which was delivered by a human at the festival. So it was an AI idea that was then taken forward and delivered by a human. So those are the kind of things we do, as well as working with AR, and I've shown you some of the filters and lenses that we've done already. Working in advertising has been really great fun. I've really enjoyed it. It's a very creative role as a copywriter and a creative head. I love the fact you can come up with lots of ideas, but also use your writing skills. It's about not just creating something that's fun and looks really nice, but also something that engages people and makes them see the world in a different way. So you have to be a little bit into psychology and working out what makes people tick. More recently, the work I've done with TinyGiant has been about using technology. And although you think you might need to be a developer or a coder, I'm not. I'm just starting to learn to code. But a lot of technology now is very accessible. There's lots of platforms and amazing creative tools out there that you can use even if you can't code. And I love the fact that that is the case now. So if you've got a creative mind, you can start using technology to express yourself. In terms of getting into the industry, I would say if you want to go into advertising specifically, then it might help to have a degree in creative advertising. If you are not thinking about going to university, it's a good idea to build a portfolio, so pull together a range of projects. You can even think about the ideal client that you'd love to work with, whether that's Nike or Coca-Cola or someone completely different, and put together an advertising campaign and create a portfolio of those kind of ideas. And then see if you can get some work experience in agencies. They're often very open to that. I remember back in the early days, have a lot of young people working within the agency who were having work experience and getting to grips with what it's all about. And it's a really good way of getting to know people that way as well. So I'd say put together a portfolio and knock on a few agency doors. There's a lot of technology now that is being used in the world of marketing and advertising. It's often quite creative uses of technology. So if you are someone who's interested in tech, but also got a creative mind, then it's definitely a really good place to be. In the same way, if you are creative, but you're not very technically minded per se, you can still play around with the tech. As I said, there's lots of platforms available out there at the moment. If you'd like to do something like these AR lenses, you can go onto Instagram and try out their Spark AR platform, which helps you create them. And the same with Snap as well. It's the same. You can go onto their lens studio and create AR lenses with a range of templates. It's a really nice place to start. Hopefully that's given you a bit of an insight into the kind of work that I do. So combining creativity and technology, it's a really nice place to be and I couldn't recommend it enough. If you have any questions, please do link in with me or get in touch with me. I'm called Kerry Harrison, and you can also visit our website at tinygiant.io to find out more. So have fun.